Hi, so it's Sunday. I really didn't think I was going to start the vlog here. I thought I would start it Monday just to make it short, and because Sunday is like a church day and I was really just going to be studying all day and it wasn't going to be interesting. But now I'm upset because the English teacher decided to assign all the assignments that he hasn't been assigning all semester today, due the day of the final, which is Tuesday. And I just don't have time to do those. And because I put my phone on silent when I'm studying, I haven't gotten all the notifications, so I don't know when he posted them. I didn't see them till right now, which is like 3:15 on a Sunday. And now I have a bunch of work to do for his class. And his class was the one class that I was like, I thought it was going to be fine, and then he put in a bunch of stuff and it dropped my grade, and now I need the final and I need all this credit in order to pass. Also, because yesterday I was like procrastinating, I made a bunch of chocolate pretzels. And I haven't really done any studying. But now I'm just eating this scone and coping with the fact that I have so much work that I can't finish in such a short time by not doing any work.
Oh, what if I just stand like this? Is that bad? Okay, no, I'll take out the earphones. This is bad. Yes, I'm aware I wore this in the last video, but that was like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't worn this shirt. This is only my second time wearing this shirt because it's new. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So it's Monday. I just got home from school. Today was a full day. I had to call my mom to pick me up on my walk home because I am sick. Everyone in my group is sick, but I got food sick, so we're just all around sick. It's fine. Okay, that was the worst. That was the absolute worst. I had to call my mom because I was sick. So now I have to study. Tomorrow I take English and then A-Push. So A-Push is going to be a multiple choice final, and then English is an essay about grapes of wrath. And for both of those classes, I have work to turn in. So in all my other classes, I'm just taking finals, but those ones I have work and finals to take, or finals and work to turn in. So I have the shortest amount of time because every other day this week we get out at 1 so that we have extra time to, can you not, study. Also, we got our multiple choice back for A-Push, which is the one that we took on Friday, and we had a sub that day, and he was the worst. So she told us to come to class quickly because sometimes the subs are bad, and so we had people who ran to class early, and they passed out all the Scantrons, and then he has to pass us out the test and then tell us if there's any spelling errors, and then usually we get one free question. But so the people he picked to pass out are literally the slowest walking people in the class. So they're like, Zoe? Where does Zoe sit? And they're going so slow. And then they take the first 5 minutes passing out the Scantrons. And then they pass them all back in. They're like, oh, sorry, these were the wrong ones. So we lose 7 minutes there. So then they have to pass them out again. And then they have to pass out the tests again. And then the sub talks at snail speed. There's so many dogs. There's literally so many dogs. The sub talks at snail speed, and he goes as slow as humanly possible, and he's telling jokes as he's telling us what on the test is spelled wrong. It's fine. And then when he gave us our free question, people were like, oh, good one. And then they were like, what's number 1? What's number 2? What's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And they must have spent at least 10 minutes telling jokes and messing around. And then I didn't finish the test. So the way that I usually do it is I partially bubble all my answers, and then I go back and I fully bubble them. That way I have time to do them all. But I didn't get to go back and finish bubbling them all. And I was bubbling as he was saying passing your test. And then he took my test because he was we're waiting on one girl. And so I thought I bubbled them all in, and I turned it in. And then today she passed me back my test, and there were 2 or 3 questions in 2 different sections where the bubbles were only partially bubbled. So I can tell that, oh, I meant to pick A, but the Scantron won't pick it up. This dog literally does this all day, every day. Doesn't ever stop. but she couldn't count it, and she circled it, and I know that's her going like, hey, like bubble these. And so I got an 87, and I know even if I had just gotten to bubble those questions, one of them had to have been right, and so I could have gotten an A. So my grade dropped 5 points. So now I really have to do well on the final, and I don't even know if I'm gonna make it up to an A. Right now I'm at 3 B's, and we're really not here for it. That dog, literally, okay, now I'm done, and it's like, oh, we don't want to bark anymore. I'm in my pajamas now because sis cannot study in jeans. That ain't it. I had to bring home this entire 2-inch binder, both ways, like to school and back, because I thought I was done with it. But then we got this spicy score right there, and now I had to put this in the binder, and I didn't have a 2-hole puncher at school, so I had to bring it home so I could hole punch it, and I walked to school. I just realized I left one of the books. I need to work on my assignment that's actually annotated at school. Wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Okay, so today I have my English final, which is an essay about the grapes of wrath, and then I have my A-push multiple choice test, which I didn't really get to finish studying for. I only studied 11 chapters, and there's 22 chapters, and I really only studied 9 chapters, so yeah, and that's the grade I need to improve the most, because that one and math are my 2 lowest grades, but math, the final, is usually on an intense curve, and my grade usually goes from like a 90 to like a 103 or something like that. And so I feel like if I study, I can pass. Plus we get a study card on it. But A-push in English, really have no idea. So I just got home. It's 1 o'clock. I don't know if I like this. As we get out early on finals days. A-push, I finished it with like 40 minutes to spare, which was very strange. English, I got to the end of my conclusion paragraph and I realized that it wanted you to write about the death of 2 of the characters. And I did not talk about that at all. And I realized when I got to the last paragraph, oh, like it was asking about the deaths and I didn't talk about that. But it was already too late. And I'd already committed to my 7-paragraph essay that didn't mention the right thing at all, so I just had to turn it in. Oh, also we got one of our projects back for A-push, and I got extra credit, so that's really nice. So now I need to work on our Secret Santa gifts, because Secret Santa is tomorrow for our friend group, and then I also need to study. Tomorrow I have physics. There's a pumpkin right here. Tomorrow I have physics, and we are doing an egg drop. Like it's like an egg in a car and you have to minimize the amount of force. So there's nothing I can really do because all of our materials for building our car are in class. And then my other final is for French, and French shouldn't be too difficult, and I get to bring a sheet. So I just need to practice what I'm saying, specifically the numbers, because I'm not good at those. Everything should be pretty easy from here. I mean, I still have math, but we don't talk about that. So now I'm going to go eat lunch, and then I'm going to do some sewing for my Secret Santa. I finished my Secret Santa gift. It looks like this. I made a little like pencil pouch, and it's Harry Potter fabric because the girl that I have for Secret Santa said that she likes Harry Potter. Unfortunately, I made the lip on the inside too big, so it gets a little bit caught, and there's like a bunch of thread barfs. I had a lot of problems making this. I was supposed to make 2 because I have someone else who I'm gonna give them a pouch, and I cut the fabric and I pinned it, but I was having trouble piecing it all together, and the machine was just not working right on the zipper. Like it would just get stuck and just and then it would just barf all over it. So there's a couple spots where you can see it, like see how it stands out like that. But it's done, and our gifts are due tomorrow, so that's as good as it's gonna get. It's really cold, so I have this hot water bottle. Oh, so my dad brought this little
taffy home the other day. I think it's a caramel, and it's one of his co-workers handmade them, and her mom used to own my head is intensely cut off. Her and her mom used to own a catering business, so it's so soft, and it's already 1 day old, which is it's fine, it's not bad yet, but my dad said to eat it soon before it like gets really tough so that you know how it tastes. But I got sick again today after lunch, so I don't know what to do, but I'm really I just want to eat. I want to have sweets, and I'm really bored of being sick, so I might eat this in a little bit.
Okay, today is Secret Santa Day. There's someone behind me and I'm a little anxious about it. But I'm mostly just worried today because I'm afraid that my person isn't gonna like my gift. Because it's really small and I worked really hard on it, but it took a long time. And so there isn't that much stuff in their bin. Also, they upped the minimum from $10 to $20 after I'd already planned my gift. So we're scared, but it's fine. It's fine.
See, this is a fun angle, but is this where I want to talk from? Here's the thing. My grade in APUSH is the one grade I was worried about. So my grade in English raised to a 93. That's done. That's the end. 93 in English. I passed. APUSH is another story. I did tons of studying. I studied for so many hours. I woke up early. I studied. I did my terms. I did every single extra credit assignment. But I don't know how to take the tests. Coming into the class, I didn't know how to take the tests because I took AP Hug, but I didn't take Euro. And the Euro and APUSH tests are different from the Hug test. And I was really good at Hug tests, but I didn't know how to take the Euro test. So the first couple tests, I missed the mark in APUSH because I didn't know what I was doing. And she didn't really explain it. So I knew the content, but I didn't know how to write to the test. So that's what really killed my grade in the beginning. And now I'm at an 89.8 and she doesn't round. So almost every other teacher, if you're above an 89.5, they will round that to an A, but not Mrs. my APUSH teacher. I'm so close. I'm so close to having an A, and all I want is all A's, and 0.2% is standing between me and an A. So I take the final. I studied so hard for that final because I knew I had to hit the mark on the final. And I've done the math, and I have to get a 93% in order to pass that class with an A, with a 90%. 93% on the final. Not 90, because if I get 90, I'll have an 89.89. I'll be even closer. That's 0.01, a 0.02 from having an A. I'm not, I'm sorry, my hair is really frizzy and it's really annoying. So I have to get a 93 in order to get a 90 in the class as my average. And I just checked my the grading website where they scan the tests, and I got a 67 out of 100. After all that studying, after finishing fast, I thought I knew all the questions, and I thought it was easy, and I got a 67%. One of the other girls got a 65, and she's really smart, and she's a good test taker, and she has an A. So I did better than a person who has an A in the class, which I should have an A in the class. But I'm just hoping that the curve is low, because if the curve isn't low and I don't get at least a 93%, I will not have an A. And I will have all A's in all my other classes except for that one, that B+.
And I'm gonna go crazy. I'm literally gonna go crazy because I have to have all A's. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. I need all A's. I cannot communicate how much I need to have all A's. And last night I was looking through the grade book. I was like, just hoping that there was something that was gonna get me those points. And I found that I had a 0 out of 50 on one of my tests. And I was like, this is it. Like, I've never gotten a 0 out of 50. I did get a 50% on that test, but I was like, if it says that it's a 0 out of 50 and she puts it in, then it's gotta bump me that 0.2% to an A so that I have an A. And I sent her an email, and I brought my binder, that big fat binder, girl. I brought it to school again today. And she was like, oh, it was an issue on your side for some reason. That percent is the percent. For some reason, it wasn't showing up. And today I looked, and it was showing up on my side, and it didn't move my grade at all. So now I have to wait until 6th period takes their test, because that's the other A push class. And then she'll set the curve. So I'm just praying that I get at least a 93. If I get a 92, I don't have an A. If I have to get a 93% at least. The odds are not in my favor. But now I need to study for math, because for math I have an 89.7, an A. But I intend to keep that A, so I'm going to study, and I have to do really well on the final. And then we have our theater final tomorrow, and I can't even get started talking about that, because I will literally just die. I'll just, because that class is a whole nother issue. I'm so frustrated because all I want is all A's. I just want all A's. Like, is it so much to ask? I worked so hard to not have all A's. I did not work this hard all semester to graduate with an 89%. An 89%. I can't. I have to go. I have to leave. I can't. This is not even drama. This is just how I am. I literally, I got a B+ in freshman year, and I'm still mad about it. I'm still mad about Mr. Wynn and his geometry and giving me a B+. I will never get over this. I genuinely will never get over this. I just need an A. This is not even funny. It's not even funny anymore. It's not funny. I need to eat. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna watch Project Runway, and I'm just gonna cry in the corner. It's fine. Bye.
There's no food in my house, and I'm still sick, and I'm in the cupboard, and I can't find my favorite ramen. My dad ate it all, and that was what I was gonna eat, girl. We're having a breakdown. We can't. Oh yeah, I forgot that we had our physics test today.
It has to start from all the way to the top of the track. Okay, when you're ready. Okay. No pieces appear to have fallen off. So can you pull the egg out of there? Egg is unharmed. And your force is 3.30.
We got 3 newtons, which is still in the A zone. We got 100%. But we did not win. And everyone was filming ours, and everyone seemed really disappointed. I was just happy that we got under 10 newtons. But some other people, they were gaming for under 1 newton. And I was like, honey. We did our best, girl. Our glue was still wet when she went. Okay. Here's my outfit of the day. I forgot to shoot it this morning. Actor's black with the hair up because I can't perform with my hair down. This mock turtleneck, my CalArts overshirt, and these cute socks I stole from my mom. Okay, today is the last day of finals. I have my math final and my theater final. That's gonna be a beep show, so you already know it's gonna be bad. But also today, the other A-push class takes their test. We just have to really hope that they all do really bad because I need my 67 to convert to a 93. The odds are not great. Got an A in A-push.